St Nicholas School is one very similar to ours. It has a head teacher, lots of committed teachers, a head boy, a head girl, prefects. They have assemblies once a week and lots of extracurricular activities after school. The school is attached to a primary school and a kindergarten, which is a bit like a preschool in this country. And they have around the same number of pupils that we do. They have an amazing school choir and they even have a farm. There are lots of things that are the same, but there are lots of differences too. For example, their farm is a pretty long way away from their school, and they're planning on using it mostly for crops, to grow things like vegetables so they can use them in their school. Lots of their teachers live in houses just next to the school or sometimes even in the school grounds. Most classes have around 70 pupils and only one teacher. They don't have big school buildings like we do, and when the teachers saw the video I showed them of our school, they couldn't believe how nice it was and how many classrooms and facilities that we have. Once a week after school, everyone has to stay behind and help tidy the school. This might be sweeping or weeding in flower beds, picking up litter, or digging the ground and shifting massive rocks from one place to another. Students in St Nicholas have similar lessons to us. They do maths and English, history, geography and science. They also have a chaplain, like us too. We looked last week at how different life in the Solomon Islands might be to our lives, how their houses are different. When we were there, we were absolutely blown away by the cultural dances which were performed when we arrived, the way the school welcomed us and how happy they were to see us. There's a verse in the Bible which says, "If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need, but does nothing, how can the love of God be in that person?" Dear children, let us not love with words and speech, but with actions and in truth. Here at Woodchurch, we know the importance of action, not words. We're so lucky to have so much support for our education at Woodchurch, and at St Nicholas, they have a fraction of what we do. But the answer is not to feel bad for them. They welcomed us so well with the cultural dances and the way they looked after us. It's good for us to engage with this opportunity. They're excited about it, and we should be too. We need to form a relationship and friendships with these people that are halfway over the world. We can get to know them, what life is like for them. They can tell us a bit about what's going on for them. We can help them with their English, and perhaps they could even teach us a little pidgin. There's so much we can learn from one another. You can tell them about how our farm is getting on, and they can tell you about how theirs is. You can talk about being in the choir, and they can tell you what theirs is like. About being in a band, and see what music they like. Talk about how you do dance, and see which dances they've been learning. There's so much we share, and so much we could learn. This is an incredible opportunity to form a bond and link with people who live thousands and thousands of miles away, but who we can learn so much from. In the Bible, a great leader called Paul encourages Christians to be completely humble, gentle, and patient. Bear with one another in love, he said, and make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. As we look to where this link could take us, we should aim to be completely humble, gentle, and patient and loving, as we hope to form lasting bonds of friendship that could last for years to come.